I was 19 years old at the time. It was my optometrist that picked it up because my dad also has the same. We have something called Fuchs dystrophy. And it didn't really affect my life for most of it. I guess it's around 35 that I started to notice that it was affecting my vision. It was blurred vision, very blurry. Fuchs dystrophy is an accumulation of water behind the eye. So the mornings were really bad after I'd been sleeping. The water needs to drain out of the eye. I was feeling stressed and nervous because I knew eventually it meant a cornea transplant. It meant that I need to go on a waiting list. I knew the outcome of it, but I was kind of hoping it would last longer, that I'd be okay longer, but it came to a point where I needed it. It was becoming hard to cook. I couldn't see the dials on the stove. I couldn't see the microwave. CNIB came into my house, another great organization, and they helped me, gave me tricks on how to read the stove, what to do with the microwave, the washing machine, everyday stuff. And they also gave me loaned me a closed caption TV so I could read my mail and deal with issues related to paying bills and stuff like that. I got to stay home with my son, and then he got diagnosed with autism, so it was really nice to be able to stay home with him during those critical times. And then I got a letter saying, "You're on the top, your appointment is scheduled." It was pretty emotional because in one way I was so happy I was getting but in the other way I was so nervous about, oh my God, they're operating on my eye. So I had mixed emotions, but mainly excited, happy to finally have made it to the top and I was gonna get my eye. After my first eye, it took me a year to write my thank you letter to my donor family. It was so hard to write that letter, to say thank you to a family that lost, on that eye I know as a teenager, they lost their teenager. How do you say thank you for that? So it took me a year, but by the time I finally finished the letter, I told myself, well, the worst is done. The second letter will be so much easier to write. Was I ever wrong? The second one was just as hard. I know that my second eye was a 50-year-old husband, father. I'm so appreciative to them for everything they've done for me to gain my sight, to be able to live my normal life again. My donors are my heroes. They always will be. For making that choice to help others, to save lives, to enhance lives. I can only say thank you to them, and I hope many others talk to their families, talk to their friends and relatives, and register to be a hero.